branch yesterday. Peppers, that's not new, that's been there. More peppers, tomatoes, baby tomatoes. The onions I've been adding to for a while. I thought I would take you out on a little mid-month garden tour. A lot has changed in the last couple weeks, mostly because we've had a lot of storms. So some of it's damaged, some of it's growth because it's been hot and wet. Let's see, I usually start out from right here, I think. Okay, so corn is about waist high, some of it chest high right now. It has come back from the storm. I did put, I'm getting ready to put some more like dirt, like pack it up a little bit around the stalks. This area is the watermelons, which all started out great, but not all have continued to be great. So these two right here, I believe they are Crimson Sweet and Blacktail Mountain, I believe, are going gangbusters, and the rest of them are kind of stunted. So I don't know if I will actually get watermelons. I do have a couple blooms starting on these. This one right here. But we'll see, the others are still tiny. That one is actually blooming though. I need to get out today and hand water just a couple things. Most of the ground is too wet, but these little hills that are exposed dry out pretty easy. I don't think this one is gonna make it. It is still alive, but it's just not thriving. So there's that. The green, these are the yellow wax beans, the Boer de Roquefort. They are doing pretty well. They are, however, getting a little bit eaten by these guys. Not my friend. Not my friend. Let's kill you. There we go. I kill you. But you can see the damage on some of these. But it's not enough to keep them from producing. So in a couple weeks, I'll have yellow wax beans, which are actually have become my favorite more than green beans. Tomato row is starting here. I am still working on the storm damage from the tomato rows. This is the beefsteak row. I'm still getting beefsteaks. I have quite a few green ones still. I have more to trim. This is that time of year where the disease just starts to take over. Tomatoes are very disease prone, and so I got to be out here a lot trimming them, and I just haven't had time. This is Momatoros. They're just my favorite of the regular red slicers. I was working in here yesterday. The next several rows will have a lot of debris on the ground because I didn't have time to clean it up, but this is the orange peach tomato. It is very prolific and they're delicious. I make an orange peach hot sauce with it. If you've been watching my Everyday Counts challenge videos, you will have seen that in one of them. These are called Black Beauty. They get my award for the most pretty tomato that I planted this year. They are new to me this year, but they're gorgeous. They're not actually ripe until they are red on the bottom. Are any of these? No, but they're beautiful when they're green and black. I think they're actually prettier when they're unripe. The plant is pretty easy to take care of. It's very upright branches and it doesn't have as many to get in the way. This one I think was a random beefsteak. There is also, Wood's Famous. This was an experimental one for me this year. It's a red slicer that I wanted to try. I will wait for that one because the others just got mixed in with my beefsteaks, and so I don't know which is which, but I will wait for that one to ripen to weigh in. Before I start, the next few rows are my Amish paste. But down here past the beans on the side is where I planted pumpkins. I don't remember what kinds are here. I will try to put them on the screen. But I have, let's see, I had planted 6, so that one did not sprout, whatever it was. These 2 did, and these 2 did. So those are, I've got 5 out of the 6 hills working. These are not looking that healthy. I might have to go see what fertilizers I have. I don't normally fertilize my stuff, but this year things are really struggling with the weather. So Amish paste, I think this is the last row I left off on as far as trimming from the storm and tying stuff up. still getting a lot of Amish paste tomatoes, even though I've also lost a lot. Yeah, this is where I left off. You can tell I haven't had time to trim and stake things back up that blew over in the storm, for that row and this row. So that's 3 rows of Amish paste. And then further down here we have just some random things I picked up on clearance at the store recently. So these are new plants. There's a red bell pepper and then 3 more basils, because I can never have enough basil, and they are also getting eaten quite a bit. So then that starts the part that is what I refer to as the jungle. This is the overgrown part I have not gotten to take care of as well. So this is the tomatillo row. I've never had a problem with tomatillos, but they are not doing so well this year. I've only gotten like 4 or 5 tomatillos. This tree is like a flower patch. Most of the flowers are on the other side, and I have not made a priority over keeping this weeded this year at all. I let it go in the beginning for my own sanity. The hot pepper bed, you can tell I'm trying to kill some grass in here. The hot pepper bed is doing really well. I'm getting lots of jalapenos. In fact, I picked some yesterday, and there's several in here still. Oh, crazy. Okay, so jalapenos are in this row. We've got Sugar Rush peach, which also go in that peach, orange peach tomato hot sauce I make. These, you guys, are beautiful. Look at these jigsaw peppers. I love them for the foliage, but they also have beautiful purple peppers that then start to turn red and all different colors. Let's see if I can find a purple one. They're teeny tiny, but they are hot. They are crazy hot. I put, just for my first experience, because I hadn't grown them, I just like bit into the very tip with one tooth, you know, and I didn't even bite it off. I just bit into it and pulled my teeth back out, and my mouth was on fire. They are hot. I'm also a wimp, so that could matter too. These along here are Anaheims. I think I picked all those off yesterday. Of course, I thought I picked the jalapenos too, and I missed some, obviously. Those are the Sugar Rush peaches in there. I'm waiting. They're taking a long time to turn peach this year. They're staying yellow for a while. And then, because I had some extra space in this bed, there's some extra basil, and that's a calendula over there. And then, what else is there's more calendula in there. There is some cilantro. I let it seed itself right up there, and it's coming back now, so we're getting cooler. And then right in here, I don't know if you can see those. Those are red bell peppers that are finally starting to turn red. They'll be my first homemade red ones this year. And then this part is the sweet pepper bed. I obviously plant more sweet peppers than hot peppers. So, and these, I have started staking them up over here. I did that yesterday, but I ran out of stakes. So some of these are still blown over from the storm. But these are the lunchbox minis over on this side, and I have pulled several off starting this past week. They're finally ripening. And I've got several of those here. I've got some, you know, they're just a mix. Red, yellow, orange. This is just a, will be a red bell pepper. It's loaded down. You can see a couple, one there, there's one back there. It's loaded, but they're just taking forever to turn red. That's what this one is too. And that one over there, this is a Cosmos. I planted Cosmos in most of my beds just for pollination. These are more red bell peppers. Over here are like Sweet Sunrise. These are different colors too, mostly red and yellow. So over here, these red ones are new to me this year. They're called arroz con pollo, like rice with chicken, the Mexican dish. And I thought I would make arroz con pollo with them. It just sounded fun. Some of my peppers turned red and then got taken by critters. You can see that down there. This year has been a big critter year. This is more bell peppers, lots of colored bell peppers here that are just waiting to turn colors. These down here along this edge are not jalapenos. They are jalapenos that have no heat. There's one. I picked a lot yesterday. And then right here in the middle are a lot of banana peppers. And I wait for those to turn many different colors, and then I pickle them instead of pepperoncinis. That's what I use because we can eat and pickle those. And then back here are some beautiful purple ones. These are a sweet snacking pepper. They're called Pippin's Golden. And they start out kind of yellow. They're really best if you eat them when they're like yellow and just starting to get some purple striping on them. So that is the sweet pepper bed. I cleaned this bed out yesterday. I think this is where lettuce is gonna go. That is empty right now. It's where my spinach and lettuces were for spring. This is basil I need to hack back. This is the jungle over here, I swear. This is more fun. So I do have parsley over here. This is cardinal basil that I grew just for the flowers. Aren't they beautiful? That color saturation they have. I'm gonna pick these and just put them in bouquet with regular flowers. And that's just what I'm gonna do with those. They were just for fun, and I'm glad I planted them. The volunteer tomato from last year. Wading my way through the forest here. This is that bed that broke, if you saw it in an old video, and it is overgrown with weeds right now, but that is my oregano plant. It has been there a few years. I'm thinking I might pull it out this year and start a new fresh oregano next year. Maybe even this fall. And then up in this bed are some dahlias. No, these are zinnias. And they are kind of at the end of their life cycle. I was picking off of these for a while, and I have not picked recently. And now they're getting some kind of, I swear like 3 days ago, they did not have that disease on their leaves. This is bee balm, wild bee balm. It should be blooming soon. I feel like it's taken a long time. Nasturtium. The chickens love those. There's no blooms right now, but there usually is, and I will come out here and just hack some off, leaves and blooms, and toss it right over this fence to the chickens. They also have some jungle. This is supposed to be my fall garden, but yeah, we'll see if I can get over here by fall. I would move their fence longer that way. We'll see how that works out. It's still the plan, but you know. So then over here, oh, my jeans are getting wet. So those are zinnias that I just direct seeded just to see how they would do. And they are coming up fine, but it's been forever for them. Another cosmos, a couple of surviving jicama, and then baby carrots that I planted earlier this week. And they are just starting to come up. I think I planted them Monday. And today's Thursday, so they came up pretty quick, and they're doing okay for what happened with them, storms and everything. All right, coming back through this part of the jungle. These are all weeds, you guys. Picking my way through. This is comfrey, and I've been letting it kind of self-seed all over. There's more comfrey, and I'm just doing that right now. I'll probably stop any new plants for next year. More jungle. Hello, cheeky babies. The chickens, some of the chickens. I have 12. I don't feel like you can see that many right now. But I love my silver lace Wyandottes. Right there. Aren't they pretty? Okay. I had zucchini here that are now defunct. It was a rough zucchini year, which I don't usually have problems with zucchini, so that surprised me. Along this row here, let me get over here. This row, I planted onions, and I have harvested most of them, and I had to let some weeds grow because I didn't want to pull up. Those are onions and these are potatoes. I didn't want to pull up weeds and mess with the roots of those things. So I have just a couple, you can see right there, that I will pull probably today. And then I can clean this up and turn this into some fall vegetables, hopefully. I did not seed my own fall vegetables this year. I decided I would just buy them at the store, buy the starts, because I was really busy, and I'm kind of regretting that now because the store still doesn't have fall vegetable starts, and I feel like they should be going in the ground early to mid-August, and they're telling me they don't have until September, and I just don't feel like that's enough time for them to grow before frost, you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how it's too late for me starting by seed, so we'll see. This is the potatoes. Some on that end are almost ready to harvest. I've got 3 different types, and I don't remember. One's purple, one's yellow, one's something else. I don't remember. The ones down there I think are the purple ones, and they're just about ready. These two types are not yet ready, but they're getting there. And then green beans, they are flushing back out. If you saw my one day in a life video, they are flushing back out. I am going to pull some of them soon. Once I get enough for my next batch of canning or eating, I'm gonna start pulling them. They are starting to look a little worn and old. And I'm gonna leave just a couple to save seed from. This is an heirloom seed, so I can do that. The tomato tunnel is almost closed over on top. I should probably move that over. It's been doing well though. These are all my cherry tomatoes. Orange Peruche, I have the most of. They're here in the middle because they are my favorite. Sweet Millions, not my favorite. If you have another tiny red tomato recommendation, please leave it in the comments because I don't like these. Last year I had green beans over here, and that's why there's like a couple random green beans. That's funny. So I don't like these. I don't like the taste. I don't like their habit. Like, they're hard to pull off, and I end up splitting the tops, and I don't like that. So if you have another recommendation for a red small tomato, I'll take it. I do have Matt's Wild Cherry over here. A lot of people love these. I grew them for the first time this year. They do well. They taste fine, but I would also like a smaller. These were, most of the year, these were bigger. It's starting to wind down, and they were more the size of a quarter, but I would like a smaller one too, in addition to that. I have Orange Peach. This is an extra plant I just stuck over here on the ends, and right here I have Yellow Pears as well. So those are, we love them. They chickens love them too, and the chickens get a lot because these are very prone to splitting when it rains, and so I end up tossing a lot right over the fence here. Hey chickies, say hi. So that is the tomato tunnel. The cucumbers here, it was not a great cucumber year either. So I am letting, let's see, this row, that row, and half of the third row, we're pickling cucumbers, and I'm letting them get to where I can save seed. So you need to let them like ripen and turn yellow, like overripe, to do that. Oh, here's a good one. Like this one. So I will probably pull that sometime in the next day or two and get the seeds scraped out and in a bowl so that they can ferment. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm going to plant peas here in this place. So these were those bush pickles I tried. This is the most they've ever done. It's, yeah, not a winner. These are, I don't remember what these are. These are obviously slicers. I can tell you that these are martinis. These white ones are martini cucumbers, and they're good. I normally pick them smaller. These are some other, I think they're Chelsea's Prize. I'm not positive about that though. This other row of slicers I have is, these are 2 Market Moors. I wanted to try 2 different numbers. There's like a 76 and a 94, something like that. And I wanted to try them against each other and see which one was actually better. The higher the number, the more improved it's supposed to be. But my experience is that that's not always the case. Either way, the cucumbers are just about done for the year. They have not had a great year. Over here I have an Armenian cucumber that has done well, and a Bristol, which has also done well, but is now starting to die off. And cucumbers just have a short life. They just get diseased easily, and they just don't make it completely. The backside of the corn. Over here, I finally finished pulling out the weeds in the tarp. I planted sugar snap peas like a day or 2 ago. They are not up yet. I need to finish remulching in here though. I ran out of mulch. I had to get more. And then the sunflowers, I don't know if y'all can see how tall those are. It's crazy. They are, let's see. I'm standing next to one. I am 5'2". We've got a good 2.5 to 3 feet above me in the tallest one. So these are like between 8 and 10 feet, these sunflowers. I weeded around the bottoms, but didn't have time to weed this whole area in front. So I moved the tarp that was killing weeds on the last row over to this row. Honestly, this is one of the last things I'm going to get to. But let me back up and show you these sunflowers. They are just starting to bloom, but they are very healthy. These ones, the shorter ones over here, have started to bloom like a week ago, but they're pretty. And that is the garden right now. Some of it looking great, a lot of it looking like it's the end of the season, which is always brown and mess. Some of it still recovering from the storm, and some of it just an overgrown jungle because, you know, I can't do it all. Anyways, let me know what's still growing in your garden if you have any time left. I still have about a month and a half, a little bit over a month and a half before my first frost. So I'm hoping to get a few more things in the ground, and I will probably see you in early September for another garden tour.